Okay, guys, welcome once again to another episode of Scott Talks Law. So, I kindly request for your subscription support. Please subscribe to Scott's Legal channel. So, in this episode, we are going to look at the durable solutions for refugees. This is the unit of introduction to forced migration. And this unit of introduction to forced migration is the unit that deals with the persons of concern. And these are the asylum seekers, the refugees, the returnees, internally displaced persons, and the stateless persons. So there are 5 categories of persons of concern. So durable solutions for refugees. These are solutions or means that are intended to ensure that the refugees' situations are solved, to ensure that refugees live a dignified and normal life. So these are solutions that are there to mitigate the challenges that refugees face. And we know, according to the 1951 Convention on the Status of Refugees, a refugee is defined as a person who has been forced to flee from his or her country on the basis of well-founded fear of persecution on the grounds of race, gender, nationality, color, religion, opinion, belonging to a particular social group or organization, or political opinion. This person cannot return to his or her country. So from the definition of what a refugee is, we have seen that refugees face a lot of challenges. So these are solutions that are said to mitigate the challenges that refugees face. We also know that according to the Article 15 of United Nations Convention on Human Rights, that nobody by virtue of being human beings shall be discriminated on the grounds of race, gender, nationality, color, opinion, religion, on any grounds whatsoever by virtue of being human beings. So these solutions also mitigate or they fulfill the requirements of the Article 15 of the United Nations Convention on Human Rights. So there are 3 types of durable solutions of refugees. So the first solution is voluntary repatriation. The second solution is local integration. And the third solution is resettlement. So before we look at these solutions, let's just first know what non-refoulement principle is. So this principle of non-refoulement is a principle that restricts or restrains someone from being that prevents someone from being retained by a country when this person feels that his or her security is at risk. So the non-refoulement principle prevents someone from being denied to move from his or her country when this person has that well-founded fear. We know these refugee people usually have that well-founded fear of persecution on all basis of race, gender, color, nationality. So the non-refoulement principle is a principle that prevents this person from being denied to move from his or her country. And the person shall not enjoy this principle of non-refoulement if this person is a threat to the security of his or her country. If someone is a threat to the security of that country, then he shall not benefit from this non-refoulement principle. So in the High Court of Kenya, in the case of Kenya National Human Rights Commission versus the Attorney General and 3 others, the court declared that the government of Kenya had violated the non-refoulement principle through its decision of closing down the refugee camp at Kilo and at Dadaab. So the government had decided to close down this refugee camp at Dadaab to forcefully repatriate refugees to their original countries. So the government was claiming that these refugee people were becoming a threat to the security of the nation. But the court declared that there was no sufficient evidence to prove that indeed these refugees were a threat to the national security. So this act of the government forcefully repatriating citizens was against the requirements of the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, and it violated the rights of the refugees and the principle of non-refoulement. So the durable solutions of refugees, let's start with the voluntary repatriation. So voluntary repatriation, this is whereby a refugee is convinced to return to his original country after the situation in his country has returned to normal. And you need to know that it is not easy to implement this voluntary repatriation because it takes so long for a country to return to normal. It takes so long for a country to rebuild itself, to go back to normal. So upon the returning of this refugee, that government in conjunction with the Ministry of Interior and Coordination of Government, shall ensure that this person, the person's rights are dignified and he is able to return safely and to interact with others safely. So through the Ministry of Interior and Coordination shall ensure that voluntary repatriation is implemented by the government. So the second durable solution is the solution of resettlement. So the resettlement, this is whereby a person is at the third country, the third state, resettles this person. So this person sought asylum to the second state, but a different country apart from where he sought asylum decides to resettle him. And this can be evidenced in Libya, in the case of whereby Italy resettled the Eritrean refugees in Libya. So refugees were sought asylum in Libya, but Italy decided to resettle these people through the aid of the United Nations High Commission for Refugees. So a third country resettled these refugees. So it is not easy for this resettlement to take place. It is not easy for it to take place because the finances are not offered by the United Nations High Commission for Refugees, but those countries that offer the resettlement are the ones who are responsible for financing those or ensuring that resettlement takes place. So the third durable solution is local integration, and this is whereby a refugee seeks permanent residence in the country whereby he sought asylum. So where he sought asylum, he seeks permanent residence and is supposed to enjoy the same rights that are enjoyed by citizens of that particular country. And it can also be evidenced in Mauritius, whereby the citizens of Senegal were locally integrated in Mauritius and could enjoy the same rights as the citizens of Mauritius. So that is local integration, and the government through the Minister of Interior and Coordination of National Government shall ensure that local integration takes place in a proper manner, that these refugees are able to enjoy their rights, and the government shall ensure that the local integration is implemented through the Ministry of Interior and Coordination. So those are the durable solutions for refugees. So again remind you to subscribe to Scott's Legal channel. For those who have not subscribed, your subscription will help this channel grow, and it will help this to spread the legal knowledge to many people. And many people will be informed about law. So that is the end of the durable solutions for refugees, and have a good day.